What's up guys, and welcome back to another video on my channel. And today I want to do a quick market update because I receive a lot of questions. Where we are right now in the market, is everything fine again? Will we be at new all-time highs in 2 weeks or so? I get all of these questions, so I want to make a quick update video on that. And to do that, first we will of course take a quick look at the charts. Then also we will take a look on the fundamental perspective, and I would say let's get straight into this. Let's take a quick look into the charts right here. Maybe you remember that if you're watching my channel for a longer period of time, then you know that I have chosen the bullish side, or better said, I have chosen the side that this bull market is not over. So all in this correction, I was still very bullish. When I show you the fundamental points of view later, then you know why. But I was always on the bullish side. Just I didn't expect this correction to take this long, so that is something that I didn't expect. But right now, of course, the market has gone up significantly, 50% here from, even if we take the lowest low, then even more than 50%. But let's say from 30k to 45k, it was even higher. But it was more than 50% in Bitcoin, and also in other projects. In some projects we already have seen new all-time highs. In other projects we have also seen a very nice performance. And that is of course why the question right now is, okay, is this just going to continue? Are we still in a bull market? And to answer this quickly in the chart, and also from the fundamental perspective, so from the technical side, of course, we have lots of resistance right here, and you can see we are back above the 50-day moving average and the 200-day moving average. You can see 200-day moving average is pretty exactly where we are at right now. We had of course the death cross. Maybe we will have the golden cross in the near future. There is of course no certainty right here, so it could still be that this rally will fail if we are taking a look into the charts. So it would be the best thing if we make a new all-time high also in Bitcoin and also in other big cryptos. Of course, in some cryptos we are a little bit further, in some cryptos a little bit less. Depends on how well the crypto has performed over the last time. But it would be nice if we see a new all-time high in Bitcoin, so in BTC right here. And then that would of course be a major bullish sign. But of course, we don't want to wait on that, and that is why we are switching right now to the fundamental point of view. You know that the buyer index right here, the self-developed indicator, and that is also where we are coming back right now. Why I was always on the bullish side, why I have believed that this bull market is not over, and that is because we had this point right here. So we had very little buyers in the market, which is a very positive sign. You can see that just happens right here. That was after the crash in March 2020. That right here was in October, November 2020, and that right here was in April, May. I think it was May. So right here after the first, so after this big red candle, so right here that was May. So that was back in May. That was actually then the point where I became very bullish again, because there were very few buyers in the market. And that is also the point why right now, of course, if we are taking a look into the charts, we can say, okay, that this rally could still fail. And of course, there's always the probability that this could fail. But if I'm taking a look into this buyer index, then I can clearly see that we were not even close to the dangerous and critical levels. We are currently here at minus 20.6. And by the way, if you want all these updates on a regular basis, then make sure to check out Patreon. That is the first link in the video description. There you get all these updates. When we have some changes, you get them there almost on a daily basis. So definitely make sure to check that out. And as I said, right now we are at the minus 20.6 level. What we currently can see is that we are pretty much jumping around right here for quite some time. I think it is for a couple of days, maybe a week or two. So it is for quite a while that we are just moving up and down and up and down and up and down in the buyer index. So buyers are joining, buyers are leaving, buyers are joining, and so on and so on. But that is for me the point where I'm saying that I'm still bullish. So because we have not reached extreme dangerous levels, so I'm not expecting a super big crash again that will bring us back down to these levels right here, to the support lows right here at between 30 and 28 or 29k. So that is something that I'm not expecting. But right now, let me show you something, and that is that we have also seen a nice increase in the buyer index without a bigger correction. So that is something that I could also expect in the buyer index, that we are seeing a bigger correction in the buyer index, that buyers get flushed out of the market and get kicked out, and then we are starting the next major move to the upside. So that is something that would not surprise me, but of course also it doesn't has to happen. And also let me show you the example, this example right here. So that was basically right here in September, October, November. You see that right here. So we were pretty exactly at the same level where we were, or where we are right now, and then we got a huge kick out of the market. So very many buyers left the market again. We made even a lower low in the buyer index than back in March, and this just happens with this move right here. So you can see there was a correction, but it was not that big. So it was 18%. So we got from 12k to 9.7k, but that is definitely not the biggest correction. Then we have continued to do some sideways movement, and here in this movement we also kicked out a lot of buyers, and then after that you can see all the buyers got kicked out, and then we have started the major rally that brought Bitcoin from 10k to 64k. So that is something that I could expect, maybe not this big decrease in the buyer index, but it would not surprise me if we see a decent decrease in the buyer index, and that can happen with a sideways movement and with a normal correction. But due to the reason that we are not at these extreme dangerous levels, or that we weren't there, that brings me to the conclusion that it is very unlikely for me that we are doing a serious and strong correction in BTC, Ethereum, and the other cryptos, so for the general crypto market. But a normal correction could be expected. And then at the end, I also want to say that my strategy, I'm still running my strategy, and I will not change it. In case you don't know my strategy, it's pretty simple. I have bought in at very good points in this market. So the biggest part in March 2020. So that was basically right here after the crash, then once again right here, and then also here on this way up. I have also bought in, and I want to hold these positions till we are reaching the top of the bull market, and then I want to sell it. So, and due to the reasons that I have just named in this video, I am still bullish on this market. From time to time, of course, we have to expect corrections, but I'm still bullish on this market. I still think we are still in the bull cycle, and that there are still some nice gains to be made. But there is one thing that could change that, and that is something that I've named or pointed out in my last live stream, and that is the case we should fail right here and go back down to these 30k, 29, 28k levels. That is something that would really worry me, because then very likely if we fail this rally right now, I think the chances that we will break through this level are very high. But that is the exceptional case right here, so I'm not expecting this to happen, because as I've showed you just in the buyer index, there is no sign for that. And then also, in case we should go back down here, of course it is always the question, what is going on in the buyer index? So you see, I'm never judging the market just on the technical point of view. My most important factor is here the buyer index and the market cycles that I'm judging. And so we have the long-term picture. And in case there should be any more questions, then just feel free to write them down in the comments. In case this video was helpful, then please leave a like. Also make sure to subscribe to this channel so you won't miss out any future videos. That's it for this video. See you in the next one, and as always, have a nice day.